Hello, I'm live. What do you know? Okay, that is muted. And over here is muted as well. Hello! It is Minecraft time. Because it's Saturday, I don't usually stream on Saturdays, but I happen to be off today and not, yesterday. So, we finally have been able to update to the actual game because the update came out. So, I have these lovely connected glass textures, which means I feel comfortable finally starting to actually work on these towers up here that are gonna be made of, like, mostly glass, at least near the top. So, today I wanted to be kind of like a resource gathering mission type thing. But we are going to do what I've been doing for most of my recent streams and starting our day in the nether. But since it is officially the actual game now, one thing that I have done is I have gotten, vanilla tweaks going. So, if I go in here, resource packs, I have vanilla tweaks. Most of what I have for the vanilla tweaks is, the smaller utilities. I have, so, like, my totem is smaller. And I might try to get a, like a custom totem done at some point. I don't know what I would want it to be yet. I have the connected glass textures, which, looks so much better. It looks so much better. Oh, goodness gracious. Look at that, like, burning Enderman down there. But yeah, is that a... No, that's an Enderman. I was like, is that a wither skeleton? But it's just an Enderman holding, like, a piece of soul sand. But yeah, I got the connected glass textures. I got, I didn't get logical zoom because logical zoom hasn't updated yet. But I got the connected glass, I got the smaller utilities, I did get, the armor stand book thing, which I think should also let me make item frames invisible, which is, like, the main reason that I got that one. And then I also got the one that makes, that lets the Wandering Trader sell you mini blocks. I think it also lets you make mini blocks in the stonecutter, but I'm probably just gonna get them from the Wandering Trader because that's really the kind of one of the reasons that I got it, so that I'd have, like, a reason to use the Wandering Trader. And back in the overworld, I got the clearer water, which is really nice. I'm actually not entirely sure if I like it, though. Because, like, it seems too clear. But, I don't know, I'll play with it for a little bit and see if I like it. I also got the bushy leaves, which I may or may not keep, because I'm generally not a fan of things that, like, you know, if I eventually do, like, a world download for this and people aren't, like, using this resource pack, I don't want them to have, like, a different experience, really. That's the thing that keeps me from getting, like a nice, smooth texture packs and stuff. But the glass is, like, connected glass is needed, and just should be in the game. It's a feature that should be in the game already. I'm trying to think of anything that I got that I didn't, mention yet, I think. And there's not, like, a thing that I can show my mods. I'd have to get. I got sodium, I got, continuity, and I got free cam, which I think is F4? What is the free cam button? I'll have to... I got, like, a version of free cam. It's not the version of free cam, because actual free cam hasn't been updated yet. It's only been 4 days. Gotta cut him some slack. But, keybinds, let's see. Oh, advancements is L. Give me a second. Goodness gracious. Toggle perspective is F5? F5? No, that's that. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure that I got... Hold on, I'm gonna check my mods folder now, because it's gonna bug me. Like, I thought that I got, I thought I got free cam. Oh, I'm dumb. It's the NeoForge version of free cam. Whatever. That's fine. We'll just do this stream without free cam. That is a-okay. I don't need it for really anything. But yeah, one of the things I wanted to do, start our stream, I guess kind of start our stream in the Nether, because one of the resource gathering-y things that I need to do is acquire terracotta, because I think like 2 or 3 of my towers use terracotta, as one of their, like, lower blocks, and I believe my desert and mesa are this way. And so what I wanted to do was use a little bit of this first, like, hour or so. Crossbow loads. Well, that's not here. Clearing out this. Because this is probably going to be the first tunnel that I actually put some, like, time and effort into. And I do think that I want to echo the glass in here. And I want to put, like, strips of glass in these. Oh, no. The ghasts. Then hoglins, too. Ain't about the hoglins, either. Okay, well, that ghast is... Nope, there we go. Die. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. Okay. Oh. What the heck? Oh, like, it looked like that piglin flew for a second. Boop. 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 I played Valheim on Tuesday, so my brain is like, oh yes, killing pigs. Oh, hi. Yes, you're supposed to... Yeah, you can go into the overworld and turn into a zombie pigman. Yes, we are going to do this. And the soul soil underneath here. Yeah, no, you can't get to me, buddy. There we go. That's basically kind of just the only thing that I really wanted to do was connect that up. Because before I do any more, like, substantial work on this, I want to have a gold farm. Which means most of our, like, initial time in the Nether is going to be spent gathering, magma blocks. Yeah, no. Please turn into a zombie pigman. Okay. And considering that most of that time is going to be spent gathering magma blocks, if I can speak correctly, I should probably empty my inventory. Would likely be a good thing to do. I have 8 turtle eggs, so I can make 8 layers, but I will probably start with 4. Just in case. But I'm not gonna be building that on this stream. I'm just gonna be gathering the stuff. And I'm just gonna, oh, well, that doesn't go in there. Okay, redstone box. Have redstone in. Transportation box. I don't have that on me. Okay. Just throw stuff in here. I have so many arrows that I don't need because I have an infinity bow. That's not what I meant to do, and the noise kind of scared me a little bit. Okay. I still don't quite get how to do that elytra launch thing. But I'm gonna try to gather at least an amount of magma blocks. I think I'm back into the overworld again. Like, I probably should have fire resistance potions just in case. Okay, that was pretty cool. But I believe I have an empty chest down here. Oh, my potion box isn't even in here. Let's see. Oh, there's a fire resist potion. Is that an 8-minute? It is. Let's put that there. Are there any more of them? Oh, wait. That's a potion of strength. I think I have some in my potion box, but my potion box is gonna be over in my little starter cave. That looks so much better with the connected glass textures too. I need to, like, automate honey. Okay. Oh, that looks so much better with the clear water, clearish water. What was I doing? Oh yeah, potion box. My stupid brain that doesn't think of things quickly. Okay, you can go in there. I guess I could work on glass, but eh. Okay, well, we're not worrying about that. Actually to the nether now. I will stop my ADHD brain from getting distracted. I didn't work on this. I got a little sucked in by the Valheim. And also I've been painting miniatures because the convention that I go to every year, that has a paint contest, is at the beginning of September. So I'm like, I should probably start painting now if I want, like, a decent entry into the contests. Which I do want, because I think it would be nice. Alright. We look for magma blocks, such as these. Yeah, run away from him. Okay, I think 10 stacks should be plenty. If I can find that many, but I mean... Yes, hello. It's more of a question of how long it's gonna take me than if I find enough. Because I will eventually find enough, it's just how long that's gonna take. Ooh. I think yeah. One of my, netherite mining holes is down there. Eh. It's really easy to fill up your inventory when you insta-mine, so I'm hoping that this will go relatively quickly. And then probably, because I am also going to be streaming Minecraft on Sunday, I will, do the making of the gold farm that day. Which is tomorrow. That day, which is tomorrow. Oh, well. You know, lava, it sometimes ruins your plans. Okay. I'm wondering... Well, come on, I want to kill you so that you don't come ambush me while I'm mining magma blocks. I don't know, are these veins? Or are they like pockets? I feel like they would be pockets. Pockets of magma. Which, for those of you who may be curious, magma and lava are technically the same thing. It's just that magma is what, I believe magma is when it's underground and lava is when it's above ground. So technically, if all of the nether is underground, then all lava in the nether would be magma. Like, if you're actually going by the technical geological definition. At least as far as I know. Any geologists could maybe correct me, but I'm pretty sure. Duh. Oh, I thought I went down 2 blocks and I was gonna be like, wait, I didn't dig out 2 blocks. Okay, should be able to fly out of here. Whee! Okay. Oh, I've got a decent amount of these, okay. This is not taking nearly as long as I thought it would. I was thinking it was gonna take me forever to fly from pocket to pocket, but all of these pockets are like right by my base. Right by my nether hub. I do need to put my shovel away. I don't want the netherrack, because I want that to be my indicator that I have enough magma blocks. The main reason that I want the gold farm is for nether quartz. Because I'm gonna be using quartz slabs for, like, the entirety of my tunnels, pretty much. And, I think that there are that the stonemason villager trades for nether quartz. But I also want soul speed 3, and, I'm not gonna go almost die to a magma cube and a bastion again, because that was embarrassing. Okay, I've got all the magma I need, really. I mean, I hope it's all the magma I need. It could probably need more. It's even more than I'm gonna need. Well that should be plenty. If I need more, it doesn't seem like it's actually gonna be that hard to go gather. Yeah, that's my, nether work for this stream. We'll do a little bit more nether work next stream. I can just fly right in here. There are a lot of pigs. Yeah, go into the nether there. Into the overworld, not into the nether. We're already in the nether. Please ignore the fact that I started killing the children first. Even though they are passive. Okay. Well, it hasn't really been a full hour yet, so I do think I'm gonna work on my glass floor. Once I get that in, I will not have to worry about nearly as many spawns. Look, I've exited the nether and it's nighttime, and also raining. I feel like once I get, like, 2 or 3 more villages, let's see. 2, 5 currently. So, I would need, I think, 8 in total. Maybe 12. No. It would be 8 in total, because there's 2 per farm. There's 1 to be a farmer, and 1 to be the villager that the farmer is attempting to throw the crops to. So I will wait until I have 10 of them, because then I'll have 8 to put in the farms, and then 2 to replenish afterwards. Hello, happy guest. I need names for my happy guests, and for all my cats, that I should probably move over here. Yes, this... I want to have the black boxes are I'm probably gonna use as, like, active project boxes. So those will go in there, and the eggs will go in there. So this is gonna be my active project box for the gold farm. So, active project box for gold farm, and then I have this one, which will probably be an active project box for the nether hub, which I will move all of my, like, nether hub supplies into. I guess I kind of already had an active project box for the nether hub. Whoopsies. That's fine. I believe I have one of these things over here that's full of netherrack. One of my main things for the stream is just trying to get stuff prepared for future streams. And man, I need some sort of, probably bamboo, tree farm stuff going on. And I need food. Let's take that. Go back to the nether. For another about 35 minutes, I'm gonna work on my glass floor. And then we will do a little bit of achievement hunting. Really just going through all the advancements lists and seeing what's gonna be easy to get. Still don't quite know if I want it to be square. It'll be fine. Uh-oh. Ah, yes. Connected textures is a lovely thing. I don't like holding shift. I always hold shift so hard that it, like, actually hurts. Because I'm so ridiculously paranoid that I'm gonna fall off things. I do think I want the pearlescent frog lights as a ring around, just to give a little bit of light to the dark that is the nether. And also, like, the edges of the glass, just so I like things to be well lit, even if I know that nothing's gonna spawn. Because it's a glass. My little heart can't take you. Ah. That's the sound of my gas farm working. The horrible sound of my gas farm working. You know what? Just because I want this to be blocked off, I will block it off. Boop. This will likely be replaced later with other things, but I'm going to leave it be like that for now. I just like to see the nether beneath my feet. It's kind of cool. I think it's neat. I am probably gonna cut away a lot of this. Oh, that poor hoglin. This poor guy. Oh, he's fallen off. He actually fell off. Wow. Surprising. Yeah. As much as I don't want to terraform the nether, I might end up terraforming the nether. So I want the nether quartz, but I don't know if I want it that much. I'm building a gold farm in the next stream. I'm not gonna worry about it. Ah, okay. Yeah, see, like, this part, I wanna probably cut into that. Because I would like this whole floor to be glass and into the open nether. So, I might have to terraform it down and out. But my first order of business would be, of course, to just terraform it straight down first so that I can put the glass floor in and make things non-spawnable. Because that is the first order of business, is to make things non-spawnable. Okay, this side's non-spawnable. This side is mostly non-spawnable. I will fix the mostly part right now. I think there's an argument to be made for piglins being the mob that looks the most like a player. Because, like, zombies, I think, are exactly the player model. But to a point, like, you see a zombie and you know that it's a zombie. And I mean, like, I guess you could say, like, oh, if you see a piglin and you know it's a piglin. But there's something, like, Something about zombies, I think it's just the way that they walk with their arms up when they're aggro. I think they just walk with their arms up regardless, though. It's like they're either down or they're straight. Like they're down a little bit or they're straight. When piglins, when they're just standing there, they have like almost the same like idle animation, I guess, as the player. Which is intriguing. I might... I might do something on the floor here. And I don't know if it'll be lights, because I kind of want to cover up this view of the soul sand from the glass. And I think probably the best way to do that would be with lights. And yes, probably frog lights. Probably them pearlescent frog lights, but also, I mean, I could do, like, the lights underneath this, like right there, until you get to the actual tunnel proper, and then, like, once you get into the tunnel, then you get the soul speed. That might be what I end up doing. This is nice, though. I'll probably delete that. And I'll probably cut that out at some point, but not now. Okay, well, we can start... Hoglin where? Oh yeah, the more I make this non-spawnable, the more stuff's gonna spawn over there where my way to the roof is. Which I kind of don't want things over there. Actually, I should probably not kill the babies because they're taking up some of the mob cap. Okay, let's see how far... Oh, not very far at all. Okay. So this is interesting, because I do think that I'm probably going to get to a point where it's basically just going to be netherrack all the way down. And at that point, I will probably have to go down there and just mine it out from underneath the glass floor. Which will not be ideal, but it'll probably be what I have to do. My stupid, ugly cobblestone road. That's another interesting part about this, is like I can see, like, oh, I can see into the open nether, but I can also see, like, you know, the legacies of past things that I've done. Like, I'm probably not gonna tear that out just because it's like, oh, it's something that I did previously that it's part of the history of the world. And I'm a big history nerd, so that appeals to me. Hi, I don't want you to crossbow me, sir. to shoot at me, sir. I'm just minding my own business, placing glass in the roof of the nether. Placing glass, not in the roof of the nether. It would be cool. It would have taken, like, hours and hours to blast out this much bedrock in the ceiling. Although I did spend about 2 hours breaking bedrock at one point. It's actually fairly easy with that new machine. I forget who it was that did that. There's like a tick overloader machine. Which I don't know if it still works on the update, but I'd be willing to hazard a guess that it does. That it basically just like overloads the game's tick clock, I think, and then it makes it so that, like, you know, same piston head thing as with the TNT trick, but it requires no TNT, which is lovely, especially for hardcore. Oh, look at all that netherrack. It's like confetti. Netherrack is the glitter of Minecraft. It just gets everywhere when you don't want it. It's everywhere you don't want it to be. Ah, hello, lava. You can, yeah, no, I would rather you not be... Yes. Die, pigs. Yeah, I like this a lot. Like this sort of look, and it'll probably look better when I actually have walls. But I still am kind of liking the theoretical idea of it being a circle instead of a square, or at least some kind of approximation of a circle, as close as an approximation to a circle as you can get in this stupid little block game. It's not stupid. Minecraft is a medium. Look at all those, all those piglins down there. Yeah, you can hang out there. No. This is great. Nope, that's as far down as I can go with that. I don't want to hit him. I am probably going to delete that lava source just because it's not going to look good when I eventually delete all this netherrack. Hi. Y'all can't get up here. I know you're trying your best, but sadly it's not good enough. Oh, I've run out of glass. Yeah. Dang, okay. We out here running out of glass. Well, that's fine because I'm almost, I've only got 15 minutes left of my allotted nether time. And I think that remaining 15 minutes is kind of and I do need to go to the bathroom, so I am going to go to the bathroom, and then I think I'm going to flip over to my creative world just so I can make a handy-dandy little list of all of the block palettes for the towers. So I'll be right back. Alright, I caved and also made food. And when I say made food, I mean microwaved food that I already had. Which was takeout from the Italian place that I went to with my parents today. For an early Father's Day because my whole family's busy on actual Father's Day, so. Woo. And let's put away the little bit of netherrack that I got. And let's go look for achievements to hunt. Oh, well, I know one of them. Which I may or may not be able to accomplish. Oh, I will. I just have to go to my little starter house. Whee! Okay. I need 2 of these. And well, if it's nowhere to be found, that's a little unfortunate. I'll have to go find it. And I think I have come up with, like, my idea for how my storage is kind of gonna work. But there's a hello, decent amount of stuff that I would like to have done. Oh, hello, slimes. Hello, large slimes. I am extremely okay with this turn of events. There's that little bit of sulfur over there that's just been growing and growing as I've been sort of living in this general area. Oh, slime ball? Get in my inventory, please. That's one thing I've kind of been struggling a little bit for that I really shouldn't be struggling with because oozing potions exist now. Is slime. But I think what I want to be able to do, or what I want to try to be able to do, is instead of having, like, a single, like, this is where all of my, or a single, like, this is where all of my items are stored, I think it would be cool if I had places where my items were stored, but then I also had, like different places where my items are stored. But then I also had, how the heck do I get down into, I think this goes down into it. If I had different places where my items are stored, and then I could, like, call my items, to the, oh, this looks so much better with the connected glass, too. Yes! Why did I come down here? This way. To go this way, in order to go this direction. Anyway, God, I have so many problems explaining things. I get so distracted easily. It's the ADD. But I want to be able to call items to, like, the Raven's Reach Tower. So have farms, like, all throughout the city. And maybe even have the farms in the Nether be part of it. The system, oh, I'm grabbing these with Silk Touch when I should be grabbing them with Fortune. And just have, like, all of the things be able to, so, like, in, maybe I have paper, maybe I have, like, a chest full of shulker boxes that have papers on them. This is a very ambitious project that I'm dreaming up here. but I have, like, a shulker with, or, like, a chest full of shulker boxes with papers on them. And then I can pull a paper out and, like, throw it into the system. And it will bring me, and then, like, it'll send a minecart off or something to bring me, like, a shulker box full of those items. I don't know if that will work. I think it probably will. It would probably take a long time for those items to transport unless I do some sort of, like, instant transporter deal. I only needed one of these and I ended up grabbing, like, several stacks. And in order to even, like, start thinking about something like that, I would like to have at least some kind of rudimentary sorting system, that I will probably use copper columns for. This should bring me into this portal, which will then bring me here. Lovely. It's so easy to get so easy to get out of my skeleton farm and so hard to get to my skeleton farm. Or I'll just do what I have been doing and sort my inventory off camera. Because I do quite enjoy the act of sorting my inventory, although it would probably increase my efficiency a lot if I had one chest that I could just throw my entire inventory into, and then I wouldn't have to worry about things. Okay, down here. Oh, I have 2 crafting tables down here. It's because I had 2 of them in my inventory. Okay. Happy gas doesn't count. Let's see. Oh, I think one of the things is a parrot. Let's go see if we can find a parrot to spyglass. Because there's jungle in this general direction. Okay, I really don't know if I like the clear water. Yeah, I'm not super sure if I'm enjoying that. I don't know if parrots spawn in the sparse jungles. Oh, there's a parrot. Hello, parrot. Is it a bird? Yes, that is a bird. Does seem to be quite bird-like. Turtles. Then... I don't think I'm going the right direction. I gotta go this way. There's leaf litter on top of that mushroom. I like mushroom blocks. They're very nice. Quite enjoy them. I wish that there were different colored ones. I do have a future idea for, like, a cool base area that involves, like, custom mushroom trees. It's interesting to me how... although I think it makes sense. the tinted glass destroys the grass underneath, but the regular glass does not do that. It is intriguing. Alright, I will do the thing that I said I would do earlier, after I get in the game. We're gonna go here, and I am going to... Oh, I don't know where my purple pen went. Oh, there it is. Like, it is imperative to me that I use color-coded pens for this. Okay, this world has not been brought into the new thing yet. That did not take a long time. It's probably because I have sodium. Intriguing. My PNG tuber got out of sync. That. Yeah, okay, that's good. I fixed her. Okay. Over here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the glass. So, West Watch is blue terracotta. Purple concrete. Purple wool. Purple concrete powder. Amethyst blocks. And then, of course, purple glass. And then... Dawn Catcher. Is... Dang it. I wanted to replace them, but it didn't do that. Oop, no, not in that hand. Number 1. I could probably do this without just a red nether brick. Wart. Crimson. Block. Red concrete. Red wool. Red concrete powder. Likely, yes. Cinnabar. And then the glass. Good, good. Black spear, which is probably the most interesting one. I mean, no, not really. It's just got obsidian in it. Black pen. Hello, black spear. Is black concrete. Obsidian. I'll probably sprinkle some crying obsidian in there. Some of these are gonna have like other color palettes that are sprinkled in. Like Westwatch is supposed to have like pearly white streaks through it, and so I'm gonna have like a different color palette for that, but I'm really just doing the main color palettes of these. It's like Dawncatcher was supposed to be red and silver, which is kind of where the Cinnabar is gonna try to do that transition between like the red and the quote-unquote silver, which is probably just gonna end up being light gray. Okay, black wool. tinted glass, and then regular black glass. Right. Amber glass, which is kind of going to be a little bit of a gradient from orange to yellow. I don't know why I wrote grass instead of glass. And we have the orange terracotta, smooth red sandstone, and yellow terracotta. And then the yellow concrete, yellow wool, yellow concrete powder, and the yellow glass. Last is Raven's Reach, which is the weirdest one because in the books it's supposed to be completely clear. But I'm doing some blue because I think that kind of makes sense because at certain points it would kind of be reflecting the sky, which would make it more blue. If it's trying to just be clear, and I'm probably gonna end up not even actually using the clear glass. Maybe if I get another data pack that takes the little shines out, I'll use the clear glass, because one of the cool things about Raven's Reach in the book is there's one point where one of the characters is in the tower, and he gets, like, super vertigo, because, like, in that tower, you're, like, 600 feet in the air, and you can see clear to the bottom like you're not standing on anything. But I might do a thing where I make, like, the outer walls the different colors, and then, like, the floors within would be the clear glass, to sort of try and give that effect. If I can. But it's interesting because, like, I feel like, personally, the white glass looks like it's darker than the light gray glass. But anyway, I'm gonna write this down. Raven's Reach. Blue ice. I'm gonna need an ice farm for this. Packed ice. If I can, regular ice. I'm gonna put a question mark next to that one. This, I believe, is cyan, and then light blue. Cyan glass, light blue glass, and light gray glass. And then white glass, which will have a question mark next to it, and clear glass, which will also have a question mark next to it, because I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be using those things. So, with that all ironed out, I am going to go back into my hardcore world and sort of transfer these things onto a to-do list, because I feel like having a to-do list is going to help me stay focused and not randomly wander about doing aimless things. However, speaking of randomly wandering about and doing aimless things, I do want to go into the Nether and get the other, like, the second part of the Spyglass achievement. Which I am going to have to find a ghast for. Which shouldn't be too hard. Ghast. Come on, I know you want to spawn. Nope. There's one. Is it a balloon? It's probably not a balloon. Ow. Ow. Yeah, I don't wanna play here anymore. Oh, see, that's gonna be dangerous for me. I'm gonna be like a freaking bird flying into the window because you think you can go right through it. Ooh. This is intriguing. I guess you have a crossbow. But I saw 3. Oh, there's Blaze. Oh, that one-shot that guy. Hello. Oh, I forgot about that part. Come here. Like, if I could get 3 more heads, that would be pretty cool. Oh, I should eat food. See what I said about getting distracted? I get so distracted so easily. Like, now I'm in another fortress. Worrying about getting shot by normal skeletons. While attempting to acquire wither skeleton skulls. And neither of them dropped a skull. That has saddened me. Come hither. Okay, but not like that. Can y'all? No. Okay, cool. Oh, this is not great. Okay, can you come here and, like... Yes. I hate it when they're on the ledges, because then it's like if they drop the skull. My stupid knockback sword knock them into the lava. Then, no wither skull for me, even if they do drop one. Oh, well. That's fine. I need to repair my bow. Oh! My mob heads thing worked. Look, it's a hoglin head. Look at that. Those are gonna be cool to have. Maybe I'll do a thing where I try to collect them all. Okay, I kind of want to do one more achievement hunt little thing before I make my to-do list. My to-do list is not only going to include the things that I just, outlined that I need for the towers. It's gonna include also, like, basic infrastructure stuff. Especially also, like, things that I'm gonna need for my nether hub and my tunnels. Which I believe I should go back in, go back into my creative world. I'm gonna, cause I kind of redesigned my tunnels a little bit. That it's gonna be kind of more like this. Soul escapes. Soul speed's cool. Anyway, I wanted it to be more like this, so I've got the pearlescent frog lights every so often. It might be like every 4, and then I would start over and have like a pearlescent frog light here. But then I want this here to, instead of the soul speed, actually be, the light gray glass. So I can still, like, run along here, but if it's light gray glass, then I will always be able to, like, wherever my tunnels are, I'll be able to see into, the nether. So I'll be able to just kind of, like, walk along, like, run along my tunnels and be like, oh, that's something cool I want to check out, and then maybe I can, like, punch a hole in the glass and go down there. And be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna worry about that. That looks kind of cool. But anyway, that's, mostly Blackstone, let's see, make a list from memory, of that. So, we do another hub, as I load it back into my another hub. Blackstone, stair, LG glass, quartz, slabbies, purple, concrete, pearl, lescent, froglight. And that's really just the beginning. I am also gonna need, like, lots of other stuff, but those are for the floor, which the floor is really the most important part for actually starting to build stuff. Alright. I don't need that. But why do I only have 48 levels? What am I out here spending my levels on? I think the last time I spent levels was to, repair my bow. And I am gonna repair my bow because it's getting a little long in the tooth. Put those away. And those. Get this clean bow. Put away this bow. That one and that one. Too expensive. Really? I've already repaired it too much. What if I do that? It's still too expensive. Dang it. Well, I guess I'll use that till it breaks then. Or if I can possibly repair it with sticks. It's theoretically possible. You shall see. No. It does nothing. Well, that's sad. I'm gonna have to eventually, to do, like, full enchanting on a new bow. Makes me sad. Why are things too expensive? It doesn't make me sad enough to wanna turn to mending. To wanna flip to being a mending bow person. I like the spyglass. Okay. Bed. Sleep. Okay. I wanna see... Well, if I have signs anywhere, they're gonna be over here. They're gonna be in here. Nope. Okay, well, I can make a bunch of bridge signs. I guess that makes sense. I haven't made signs. I haven't really had to tell anyone anything. That should be plenty of signs. Lots of signage there. Okay. I'm gonna use this wall. This will be my to-do list. We're making a to-do list. It's beautiful. I don't have any glow in it. And we're going to separate this into stream tasks, or off-camera tasks, which are basically just gonna be things that I should probably do off-camera. Like digging out this. Not the whole thing, but digging it down enough that I can start terraforming. And then on-camera tasks, which is gonna be pretty much everything else. Which, I mean, kind of begs the question, why am I even bothering to separate it? So I'm not going to, because the only off-camera task is gonna be digging this out. And then, like, designing things, which I always do. A lot of, a decent amount of, like, the full design work off-camera, if it's designing for, like, redstone farms. Okay. So the first thing I want to do is build a gold farm. Two. Build piglin bartering farm. Piglin bartering, the farm part isn't important. 3. Melon pumpkin. No, melon pumpkin already exists. Villager crops. So, carrot, potato, wheat, beetroot. Those. 4 is, dyes. Tower, prio, tau. I'll know what that means. Surely, I will remember what that means. Prio tau be prioritizing dyes that are needed for the towers. So light gray, purple, black, yellow, orange. Not orange even. Well, maybe orange. But I think I can get orange terracotta just from the desert. Orange and yellow. I need a bamboo farm. Yeah. Thanks, T-Sarge. I hope you're having a good day. I'm making a to-do list, as you can see. It will be very to-do-y and hopefully help me, with things. Help me with staying on task. And maybe even remembering what words to use. Although I could blame that part on the teeny tiny headache that I have. You stay on task, yeah. You're not the boss of me. Okay, I'm getting distracted from my task of making a list of tasks that I need to do to stay focused on my tasks. Number 5, I do want a bamboo farm. For making into wood and things. Which, that should probably be closer to the top, honestly. I think I'm actually gonna probably remove these. I need to do infrastructure stuff first, really. So 3 is gonna be bamboo. 4 is gonna be kelp. And then 5 will be super smelter. What's 5? 5 is super smelter. 6? That's a good question. I haven't thought that. I'm not that far yet. I'm probably not gonna be out of empty... No T-Sards. We're not doing that here. I don't do brain rot on this channel. 6 will probably be... Another thing that I'm thinking of that should probably come earlier, I'm probably gonna do XP farm. Probably silverfish infested alley nonsense. So now is 7. We make the joke. Ooh, 6, 7. Wah. McGee Art, hello! I'm making a to-do list. 7 freaking bats. 7, I think I will automate rockets. Rocked. Sure. Oh no, this is probably better. RKTS, rockets. 8. Will then be... Dang. Thinking thoughts of things. Automate rockets, and then I'll probably do the dice. I will probably do the dice after that. Close a few tabs. I have too many tabs open. Brain tabs. No, see? That's like, having too many tabs open is like how it feels to be ADD. Cryo Tau. Yes. Beautiful. That. Perish. I do kind of wish that they at least dropped something. They could do like with cats and make them drop like string or something. Because there are like data packs that make them drop phantom membranes, but I feel like that's weird. Speaking of phantom membranes, there are a couple achievements that involve phantoms. Trying to think of other things to add to my to-do list. I mean, if I have the dyes, then 9 would probably be glass. Well, that's villagers. I'm just gonna put villagers. Villager farms, and then 10 be trade hall ops. The trade hall op, I guess. Well, it's just gonna be like the operating system for the trade hall, even for the trading hall, even though that sounds more advanced than it's actually gonna be. Essentially, it will just be like the the chamber where villager get converted to zombie and I go splash apple, you become cured. And also where I get them to, like, master of whatever their thing is and then decide whether or not I want to keep them. Based on what trades they give me. Because I do want to eventually do the, like, do one of every trade thing for especially all the guys that do colored things, and then all the Fletchers for the arrows. And then I don't know if I want to do, like, your standard villager trading hall, or if I want to be, doing other things. If I want to, like, put them in, like, houses in the city that I'm building. Is that? No, it's just rising. Let's go to sleep. Sleepy, sleepy. Okay. So, these are tasks. Trade hall. I do know that this also reads as Trade Hall OP, which is true. So after the Trade Hall, I'm not putting building-related tasks on this, because I'm probably just gonna build when I feel like building. And when I have the stuff. Is that crackle bacon? It is! I thought maybe it could possibly have been a guy coming down from up top, but it is crackle bacon. I am gonna grab these, because I'm never gonna use them if they stay up here. American Express, Airheads, A Sentient Pothole, Geico Commercial. I get that one a lot. Discover Card, Conga Line, Apple Cash, Universal Orlando Resort, Hyundai Pop Music ad. They should be paying me to read these out. Apple Studio, Expedia, Bacardi, alcohol, Old Spice. My algorithms are drunk. Yeah, I feel like if you are like me and you don't often shop online, the algorithm, like, has no idea what to show you. Because, like, the only things I really spend money on online are video games, and that's kind of it. There are a lot of things that I look at, but I don't actually buy, and I think your algorithm is much more strongly affected by things that you actually purchase. Other than a boat trip you're researching, you don't really get any of those, yeah. I do get a lot of ads for hardware stores and stuff, but that's because I work at a hardware store, I think. And so, like, anytime I'm, like, doing something work-related on my computer, or, like, looking at my benefits or something, it probably logs in my algorithm as, oh, she's interested in hardware stores. Let's show her a bunch of ads for hardware stores and DIY stuff. Yeah, no privacy anymore. Privacy doesn't exist. You'd have to, like, move out into the middle of nowhere and never get on the internet ever again to get any semblance of privacy, and even then, the birds are spies for the bourgeoisie. To, like, move to a remote location that has no internet access and live entirely off the land, and then you can maybe get a little privacy. Was actually something that I, did debate for. I was, for one, my high school was weird and did trimesters instead of semesters. But for one trimester, I was in debate. I was on the debate team. And one of our things, which they always liked to make the debate topics, like, have unnecessarily advanced SAT words in them, which I think is really funny, considering when you watch, like, actual political debates, all of the questions are, like, worded in, like, normal common language, because that's what people understand. But one of them was like, should, oh, vanilla tweaks. Oh, it shows me all the vanilla tweaks, data packs that I have, which is cool. So armor statues, mini blocks, wandering trades, which just makes the wandering trader trade mini blocks. More mob heads, so I get the mob head drops, and then the silence mobs thing, because I will, probably, I mean, I say I will, if I don't die, because this is hardcore, before I get, like, close to done with the city, I am going to populate the city with mostly villagers. And I have quite the, other than this being quite an ambitious building project in and of itself, I have quite the ambitious, idea for what I want to do with said villagers. But anyway, I get back to the debate thing, and I was gonna look at the... Let's look out for those creeper hisses. Well, my game is paused right now, sir. I've done this already. The end. Okay. Up at the top here. Move wolf armor using... I don't have wolves. Complete catalog. Can't really do that. Breed all the animals. Make the text of any sign glow. I can do that. Easy peasy. Yeah, but it was like, should the US government curtail surveillance? Which, I mean, essentially, like, the question essentially boiled down to, would you prefer privacy or safety? And I don't remember the exact wording. I know that it used the word curtail. But it was essentially like, should the US government stop surveillance, even if that would mean not being able to, like, catch terrorists and stuff. And it was the, you know, the debate of that. Which I think most people are, like... Most people are against government surveillance, but most people are also for, being able to catch terrorists. At least I would hope most people would be for being able to catch terrorists. So, yeah. What was I looking for? I was definitely looking for something. Glow ink. Yes! Glowing sack. Eh. Make text, sign text glow. But yeah, it was very interesting. There was also one about, I think there was also one that was about abortion, like, back in... I mean, this was back in, like, I'm gonna age myself here, but... back in, like, 2016, before abortion was, like, as big of a hot topic as it is now. Oh, that does make that so much easier to read from further away. Like, I was having trouble reading it from, like, right here, and now I can go, like, about there. And still read it. Oh, goodness. Bounty program, boom. My life is private, I do the research, and am paid to catch a bad guy for the government. Hey, you know, there are people that have proposed that. I don't think there are people in the government that have proposed that, but I've definitely seen that online where people are like, they should bring back, basically privateering. Like, privateers were hired to catch pirates. We could hire, like, privateer hackers to shut down things, and, like, that would be pretty freaking cool. Okay, more achievements, because I like doing that. Oh, get that one. I have not caught a fish. Oh, also, Love to have a pirate flag on the top of your car. Yeah. The fact that I haven't caught a fish is kind of wild. Okay, here we go. Drop. Should have. It's probably not in there. It's probably in here. It is. I'm breaking 3. Haven't caught a fish yet, and that is interesting. Boop, boop, boop. Where am I fishing? Oh, it's right there. Fishing rod. No fish. Yeah. I still don't know if I like the clear water. I think it would be nicer if it was, like, not fully clear, but maybe just a little foggy and less blue. Sand sounds. Would it be cultural appropriation if I took on an Irish pirate voice? I don't know. See, the whole... That's a topic to get into. Maybe clear. It clearly looks nice. Yep. It does. I caught a fish. Did it give me the advancement? Yes. Okay, cool. I'm like, no, hello. I would like you back, please. You can give me enchanted books and stuff, which is kind of cool. Okay. Next of this. Balanced diet. There are some things I could eat, definitely. Team up with an axolotl and win a fight. Not right now. Wax on, wax off. I could probably do that. Have a sulfur cube absorb a TNT block. I do need to acquire another sulfur cube because in my last stream, I think it was the last stream, I tried to split the sulfur cube. The girl from Titanic to the pickaxe. Oh, come back, come back. Unfortunate. Girl from Titanic, I think Rose. It's been so long since I've seen that movie. That, like, and I don't even think I've seen the whole movie. I've probably only seen, like, half the movie. Okay, I'm gonna probably need to make more slabs, but I don't know if I can use... Keep seeing the villagers move out of the corner of my eye and freaking me out. I'm gonna need some more normal quartz blocks, because I do kind of want to use the columns in my nether hub. But I need more rocketses, which I can craft. We'll automate them later. As of right now. As for right now, I will craft them and just... Hello, cobblestone. I don't know what you're doing in there. I can't really tell if this has gotten more efficient since I added the trapdoors in there. Because I did add the other lines of trapdoors. I don't know if it's made it more efficient. I have seen it still... I have seen creepers still decide to not go down the first time it swipes side to side. I'm gonna go down here. Ooh, and sleep. And we are awake. Okay. So sort of my random stuff chests. Random stuff and lots of poppies. And I have There's sugarcane in there. Uh-oh. Duolingo is like, do your thing. It can wait. It can wait until the stream is over. Okay. That should be good, and I did have an idea of a thing that I was gonna do. Oh yes, wax on, wax off, and uh-oh. We're gonna go for the uh-oh. Look for sulfur stuff. Which is gonna be close by. I need buckets! Siri play Creeper remix song. It's played too many times.
Can't keep getting away with it!
Oh, it actually did the thing. Did it do the thing on screen? It did the thing in my Streamlabs. It should have played it on my screen too. What-to-do? Female relatives crushed way too hard on Leonardo DiCaprio? I never found him very attractive. Like, he was kind of suave, but it's like, that's a personality trait and not like a physical attractiveness trait. I need buckets. I would like more buckets. Yes, that's enough buckets. It played good. Well, I know that it played. I was wondering if it did like the little on-screen like person has played this sound, but I think it did. I think I caught it out of the corner of my eye. Little picture, yeah. I could probably make it bigger. Okay, maybe this. Ooh. That's gonna make me nauseous, isn't it? No, it's not. But that's the potent sulfur. Which I kind of want to grab. Oh, it's got a magma block under it. Exactly like you'd expect. Okay. One great thing about having an elytra and a totem of undying is that I don't really have to worry about this. What's the... It feels like a pickaxe isn't the right tool for the sulfur. But maybe I'm just wrong. They liked his haircut and his struggling artist persona, I guess. Interesting. I can get liking a, like a concept for the character. But, like, I'm not a person that often, like, has a crush on, a particular actor. But I do like particular actors because I think they're good actors. And so, like, when I say, like, oh, like, I really like Timothée Chalamet, I do not think he's attractive. Like, I genuinely do not find Timothée Chalamet attractive. But he is a really good actor. I do think he's a really good actor. Played sound. Oh, Riz. But yeah, I'm not generally...
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Oh, Sulfur Cave. Is that a... Oh! A sulfur cube! He split into two little ones, though. He fell from real high up. I did find that the sulfur cubes are not, aggressive, which is nice. There's diamonds down there. And lava! Ooh. Okay. This place is relatively okay, it seems. Oh, no, okay. Well, that's gonna spill water everywhere, which I think is kind of fine. Ooh, there's Skulk there. Intriguing. Hello, squids. I would like your ink sacs, please. Because I would like to have more of them. Ooh, squid head. Hello, squid head. I keep forgetting I have Depth Strider because they don't often, like, exist in water. Also, apparently, if I'm not wrong about this, cave spiders can, oh, creeper. Cave spiders can spawn normally within sulfur caves. I think I'm not in the sulfur cave anymore, technically, over here. So let's go over this way, so that I am back within the bounds of the sulfur cave. Because the whole reason I came here is because I want sulfur cubes. There's one over there. They're such cute little guys. And apparently they do despawn, which is interesting. I'm guessing they don't despawn if they have a block inside them. But it's also weird that they would despawn, because I had a couple little sulfur cubes. I had a big one and I split it into two little ones. And then I left the area and came back and it was gone. And so I was like, wait, what happened? Did they despawn? Did they just wander away? But they kind of, oh, hello. Hello, sir. Yeah, no. They kind of have to have despawned, because if they just wandered away, then I would have found them eventually. Yeah. I'm not here for you, zombies. I'm here for these adorable little cubes of sulfuriness. They jump, and they have no thoughts behind their eyes. And they jump. And they squish. 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 Oh. How's my inventory full? No, well, that would be how my inventory is full. Of random junk. No, man, I don't really want to deal with you. Ow. There we go. No, like, I've got the fortune pick as my main guy right now. Oh, there's a little baby. There's another big one. Grab him. Oop. I don't know what I'm.
Because tonight will be the night that I will fall for you over again. Don't need to change my mind.
I don't know what that one was. Oh, dang it, he fell and split. I can't pick them up when they're little. Find more of them? I know that there were more diamonds in places that I do kind of want to grab, but at the same time don't really care enough about to worry too much about it. I'm having way too much fun in your stream. Oh, thank you. I appreciate the compliment. I'm gonna try now to find my way out of here. Yay. It's probably somewhere over... Nope. A place where there's, like, daylight coming in. Was it over here? No, it's not over there. Dang it. Need to find my hole. Oh, I see it. Aha, yes. Beautiful. I found the way out. Thank you for cheering. I appreciate it. Okay. Sleep. I have bread. Make a good bread. Okay. Yeah, I have sulfur cubes now. If I set him down... And what if I put, like, a cobblestone in him? If I hit him with a... Whoa! You bounced high. Bounce, bounce. Okay. And then shears. Take the block out. I'm gonna put them back in a bucket. Sweet, now I have sulfur cubes. They kind of look like skulls in there, honestly. Bucket of sulfur cube. Okay, almost thought that said bucket of gloop. Which would also make sense, I think. Okay, let's put those in there. The potent sulfur could be cool to make, like, the cloudy effect at the bottom of my, my waterfall. Which could be an interesting thing to do. Okay, have all these diamonds now. Guess I will put them here. And you know what? I get distracted very easily. And it is after 10. I was gonna be like, you know what, let's go to Deep Dark, but it's after 10 and I don't want to get too scared. So I am instead going to go to my mining mesa. And since I don't have a shulker box on me, I should probably go grab a shulker box, actually. Probably 2 or 3. I'm just gonna spend a while gathering terracotta. I do kind of want to check on this guy. Hello, how have you been doing? Pretty well. Okay, let's get 1, 2, 3. Hooray, hooray. I don't know if terracotta's an insta-mine with, without a beacon. If it's not, I will probably not finish doing that today. Oh, pardon me. Sneezy, sneezy. Yeah. Yeah. Haha. I should probably make a separate to-do list for building stuff that I want to do. Make a to-do list. Stupid to-do list song. Spamming spacebar to go faster. Is this Pokemon? Oh no, it's Zelda. It's Zelda. Ah, wait. Not me not knowing games. That's actually something I was thinking about when I was in the car coming home from my parents' house today. Was like possibly playing through the whole Legend of Zelda series on stream at some point. I gotta say, the only reason that I knew that oh, these guys are still here. The only reason that I knew it was Zelda is because I read the thing that said that it was Zelda. So yeah, I didn't save it super well. What is going on here? There's just a lot of husks. Ooh. This looks really pretty.
Who are you?
Who are you? I do know that one. Is that a regular Nautilus? I don't even know how to find a zombie Nautilus. I don't even know how to tame a Nautilus. Y'all are so incessant. Wow, I've got a lot of hunger going on. But I was thinking about doing like a Legend of Zelda on stream thing, just because I was never like a Legend of Zelda person. Like I didn't grow up playing that like a lot of people my age did. Or at least a lot of gamers my age. A lot of my early gaming was PlayStation, actually. Like PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, the Spyro trilogy. Oh yeah, no. This is not Instamine, we're not doing this right now. I need a second beacon before I'm gonna even consider. Absolutely not. But what I can do is get sand. I can definitely get some sand. But before I get the sand, I am gonna go to the bathroom. So I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Gonna gather some sand. Hopefully it should not take super long. Also, Camel, can I tame you? I don't think I have a saddle. I do have a fishing rod, so I could probably get a saddle. Oh, you don't... Okay, well, that just happened. Hello, can I get off? Okay, thank you. There's another camel around here somewhere. I could breed them if I remember what to breed camels with. I would probably have to look that up. I do not know what to breed camels with. Oh, did you make the warden sound? I think you played the warden sound and I thought that it was coming from the camel. Would be a better sound to play if I was actually in the deep dark, No, I am probably one of very few people that think the warden's actually kind of cute. Hi, hippie. How are you? It's nice to see ya. I don't usually stream on Saturdays, but I managed to get a miraculous Saturday off this week. You also love the warden. Yes. The warden's easy to love. When he's not trying to kill you, he's kind of cute. I'm just gathering some sand right now. I was gonna gather terracotta, and then I found out that terracotta does not insta-mine with a efficiency 5 pick, so I am not gonna worry about the terracotta right now. I will get a second beacon before I worry about the terracotta. Ah, creeper hiss. It's broad daylight! I do gotta say that the sand sounds often scare me, because I think that there's a creeper. Get it right eventually. That's fair. Rabbit hops. Rabbity hops. I'm probably gonna end up pilfering rabbits from this location, sometime in the future. I would like to make a potion computer, but that is like a future peanut project. There's a lot of things that I would like to do that are future peanut projects.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
It is, though. I don't like. So I've been to deserts before. I've been to the Arizona desert and I believe that's the Mojave Desert. I have not been to the Nevada desert. But the desert in Arizona is really cool. And then saguaro cactuses are really cool to see in real life. Because that is, like, I believe one of the only places in America that they grow is in Arizona. Or not even one of the only places in America, it's like one of the only places in the world. I heard a zombie sound, and before looking at my, actually went and looked at my stream chat before I looked at my Minecraft subtitles. Can I feed the cactus to the... This is probably a stupid question. Do you follow for cactus? You do. You eat the cactus. Okay. Hello, Husk. You do not eat the cactus. Ah! So many sounds. Oh, Huskhead. Hello, Huskhead. I finally, have upgraded to, the new... Well, I mean, I say finally upgraded. It actually updated. The update happened. That is true, that is true. I'm glad you're having fun. But you do not have to give me money. But if you want to. Absolutely. I'm about to blow my mind. Oh no. Oh, husks and stuff. You've never played Minecraft? Oh wow. That is kind of a blow of the mind. This is a normal zombie. Okay. Can I stop fighting husks? Apparently not. Apparently I am not allowed to stop fighting husks. I do think Minecraft is fun, but I do think that it's gotten to the point where it's become more of a medium than a game. Which is an interesting thing. Kind of, like, in the way that, I guess, like, back in the old days of YouTube, Gary's Mod was, more of a, duh! That was real! Only did a half hour of damage. Always try to play and it makes me download so many files. That's interesting. Are you trying to play modded? Because I don't usually have to download a ton of files. Oh, well, you do have to download, like, the launcher. But I think you can just get it through, like, the Microsoft Store if you have a Windows PC. Yeah. I'm gonna wait. Do I have my shulker box of sand? I do have my shulker box of sand. I should have brought a, what's it called? A bed. Because I ain't out here about to do all this at night. Just want to have fun on Sandbox or something. Yeah, that's fair. Minecraft, I think, is, like, it's like the Sandbox game of Sandbox games. You can do pretty much everything that you might want to. It's like, it is, in most respects, a survival crafting game. Like, I think that's actually, technically, its genre. But it's like a sandbox survival crafting game. And I am at day 463, which is pretty nice. I'm probably not going to get to day 500 on this stream, just because things happen. I will probably do some wither skeleton hunting, though. I wasn't expecting that to work. But yeah, things with, you know, stuff and things, and trying to speak words. I want another beacon, so that I can insta-mine terracotta. Because I will need some amount of terracotta that is not a little, but also not probably too much. Yo! I kinda want to safetyify, and about the bits your stream is worth it. If I'm entertained, I give. Well, thank you. I am happy that I can entertain. Oh, no, you're not a guy to be worried about. There are guys to be worried about, though, that do sometimes spawn in this area. But I want to make this tunnel a little bit bigger.
What can I say except you're welcome?
The Disney Moana. I think the live action Moana is coming out soon. I do not intend to go watch it. But I do believe that it is coming out soon. But honestly, I'm not much of a movie person. There have been very few movies throughout, like, my entire life that I have actually been like, I want to go see this on opening day. And that's even more funny to me, considering that I worked at a movie theater for 2 years when I was in college. But it's usually maybe one movie every, like, maybe 2 or 3 years that I'm, like, actually excited for. And then I'm like, oh, I want to go see this. Into the Spider-Verse was one of them. The Avatar The Last Airbender movie would have been one of them, but they decided not to give it a theatrical release, and I, have intended to watch the leaked version because I wanted to go watch it in theaters, but, my coworker that has the leaked version, has been unable to send it to me because the file is too big, and I'm like, just put it on Google Drive, idiot! Idiot who may or may not be watching the stream. But yeah, that, and saw Avatar The Last Airbender as a kid and loved it. Yeah, I do have a Discord. I don't tend to give it out to people. But it is not that difficult to figure out. Especially because they don't have the little codes anymore. Oh wait, that's the bat. Come here. Thank you. They're just annoying. They're cute. I love bats in real life. I think that bats are adorable creatures. But in Minecraft, they're just annoying. They're cute. They're cute, but when I have a farm that, like, constantly spawns them, probably spawns bats almost as much as it spawns creepers. Yeah, not the movie. Not the M. Night Shyamalan movie. The new animated one. That they're making. We don't talk about the M. Night Shyamalan movie. Some bats are nice, but others look like fantasy monsters. Yes. There's a game that I play. I guess a franchise of things that I play, where there are, some of the, like, creatures in the, it's like like a sort of Lovecraftian, Victorian, Gothic deal, where basically the concept is that London has been taken underground because the Queen of England made, like, a Faustian bargain with a bunch of, like, alien bats from space. Which I know that alien bats from space is a redundant sentence, but, you know. And so it's got, like, basically everything I like in it, which is, like eldritch nonsense, bats, Victorian England, and, like, actual history, because because there are characters in the game that you meet that are, like, actual people from history. Like, one of their, like, subscriber exclusive stories was basically about, I think it was Thomas Edison, was basically Thomas Edison, but they don't use, like, actual names of people. They do, like, a adjective noun thing. So there's, like, a character in one of the actual, like, video games that's called, like, the tireless mechanic, and he doesn't sleep. Because he stole a dream from some big eldritch things, and if he goes to sleep, then they'll come after him. So he doesn't ever sleep. And his questline gives you a really good engine in that game. But very, very fun series. Fallen London, Sunless Sea, and Sunless Skies. I think it's one of those things where, like, Fallen London and Sunless Sea are basically just directly, like, these things are happening in the same universe. And then Sunless Skies is like this is one possible future of this world. Because I think that there were a decent amount of people that liked Fallen London that were not super happy with the concept of Sunless Skies. I don't know exactly why they decided to make that thing, but, as a kid, I was more receptive of different adaptations. I could probably enjoy a version of a thing that any version of a thing I liked. I am kind of that way, except when it comes to, like, things being executed poorly. Like, how the live-action Avatar The Last Airbender movie was done. There were just so many things about that movie that, the material was there. They didn't have to change anything about anything. And a lot of the stuff that they did change made no sense. And just the cinematography was horrible, because there's that one scene that everyone talks about. Secret Tunnel! That's such a fun song. If they ever made an Avatar The Last Airbender musical, that would 100% be in it. Facts it ended on such a wild cliffhanger. But yeah, it's like the material was there. The material was there for them to make a good movie. They, like, literally just season 1 of Avatar The Last Airbender cut out the Great Divide. It was that was just a dumb episode. Like, there's not really a ton of filler in Avatar. Sorry, keep interrupting your talking ADHD triggering burps. It's okay. Not the only one that has to sing to that song. Oh no, I have to sing the songs. It's one of those things. I like the musics. Did I? Yes, I harvested my melons and pumpkins for no particular reason because I'm too busy talking. Which is fine. We have fun here, I think. But I think a good sort of tedious thing for me to do would be to begin terraforming. So I'm gonna grab some dirt. And see what I can do with a handy dandy happy gas. Okay. No, down. Hello, Gabe. Aha! You were not here to hear me call you an idiot. No, I'm kidding. I say I'm kidding. No, it was not. It was meant lovingly. We were talking about the Avatar The Last Airbender movie, and how you have a copy of the leaked one. And I'm like, just put it on Google Drive, idiot. Put it on Google Drive and email me the file. Oh, it's fine, Gabe. You're used to it at this point, buddy. It's fine. That's fine. This is fine. I'm gonna just do one layer out and then see how I like it later. Stupid happy guest. It's okay. He's happy. Gonna suffocate and die. But there was another that I was talking about movies that I'm excited for. So like this year is the first time that I've actually been excited for a movie, probably since I think since Spider-Verse. Stop it. I keep trying to press shift as the like go down button, but that's not how the happy gas works. But no, I did not say I wanted to watch the M. Night Shyamalan Avatar: The Last Airbender, sir. Don't put words in my mouth. Stop it. Stop it, me. Doing stupid things. Excuse you, Abacast. He just doesn't want me to live. No, I'm really excited for the Bloodborne movie. Just, like, exceedingly excited for that. I am hoping that it's going to be really, really good. What is wrong with the guest? There's nothing wrong with the guest. He's just happy. He's happy to be here, and he keeps accidentally slamming me into the wall. Which is not his fault. It's my own fault, because I'm not controlling him properly, because I haven't really used these much. But yeah, I think, at what used to be E3, Sony was like, oh yeah, we're making a Bloodborne movie. And I was like, yo. He's just aghast and bewildered. He is aghast. Aghast. No, you don't go there. Eh. See how this looks when I'm done, and then see if I want to make it thicker in some places. Right now, it's just gonna be this. No! Shuffle. Okay. Nope, that. Okay. Boo. Boo. I do often get more excited for, like, TV shows. Though I do not watch nearly as much TV shows as I used to. I used to watch a lot of anime in the water now. I used to watch a decent amount of anime, but I don't really anymore. Just because there's not a ton that appeals to me that isn't just, like, more of the older stuff. Used to watch reality TV. I used to watch Big Brother with my mom. And then, I don't know if that show got canceled or if my mom just kind of stopped watching it. But that was an interesting show to watch. It's still going? Yeah. My mom used to be super into that. Like, she would buy the thing, like, she would buy the subscription thing that let you, like, look in on, like, the cameras that were in the house. Which I mean, I guess if the show is still going, then they probably still have that thing. My mom was always kind of like a soap opera enjoyer, and I was never really, like, I never really understood the appeal. Well, he's already gone so far away. Sir, come back. Yeah. I'm gonna go finish this side, buddy. You don't understand Big Brother? I didn't understand it for a while, and then I got into it, and then I was like, actually, this is kind of dumb. And so I got out of it. But I mean, you know. I never understood really why my mom liked soap operas, and my mom never really understood why I liked cartoons. Like, even as an adult, I'm like, I would prefer to watch something animated than something live action. Generally speaking. Goodness gracious, what is with me misplacing all this stupid dirt? At least I have all this stupid dirt to misplace. That's what happens when you delete half a mountain. It wasn't even half, it was like maybe a fourth of it. Okay. Actually been trying to get my mom to read the book that this build I'm doing is based off of. But she has not even read the first chapter, and I'm like, I don't really even care if you read the whole thing. It would just be cool if you read the first chapter. Just to see if you would like it or not. Toyota showing back-to-back ads for a RAV. Yo, I was at work the other day, speaking of back-to-back ads. I was at work the other day and we have a TV in our break room that we can just change channels on and stuff, but I don't usually change the channels because I don't, like, watch the TV when I'm on my break. But one of the times I was back there for just, like a 15-minute break, and it, like, straight up for the entire 15 minutes that I was back there, it was the same ad for this, like, bathroom remodeling company. And it was just, like, the weirdest thing, because it kept repeating the same stuff over and over, but it was never the same people, so the entire, like, 10 to 12 minutes that ad was playing, it was the same ad. It wasn't even, like, the different ads playing back to back. And I mean, maybe it was different ads from the same company just playing back to back to back, but, like, a straight 15 minutes of the same ad from the same company, and I'm like, whoa, this is wild. This one got the boat trip ads right, but the Toyota ones were annoying. Okay, I gotta scroll back up a little bit. To be fair, modern anime is mostly derivative. I really just watch anime movies these days, if it isn't rewatching old shows. Finally, out of the ad zone, yes. I need to get the thing... I need to set up the thing that puts a message at my chat when ads are about to play so that I know to stop talking about things that we were talking about when people are in ads. There's a lot of good anime that's not too derivative. That's fair. So, like, and I believe I've talked about this with McGee Art before, but I am, of the unpopular opinion that My Hero Academia is not actually that good. It's very popular, but a big part of the reason that I think it got so popular was because a lot of people were like, oh, the concept of the quirks is really cool and unique, and I'm like, it's okay, maybe it's cool, but it's not unique, because that's just superheroes. You didn't get that other part? The part about My Hero Academia? Is it not actually an unpopular opinion? I don't know. My brain is still living in the world where every anime fan would, like, crucify you for having a negative opinion of My Hero Academia. But then I like Black Clover. I like Black Clover, like, a lot. It's straight up one of my favorite modern anime. And a lot of people are like, oh, Black Clover sucks. But the biggest critique that I've seen of Black Clover is that Asta screams too much, and I'm like, bro, it's a That's kind of the point. Like, have you seen Dragon Ball Z? That's, like, complaining about Goku screaming too much. Like, come on. It's indicative of the genre. Do-do-do. Lots of Battle Shonen adaptations every season, with isekai novel adaptations flooding the market each season. Yeah, isekai is like the big thing right now, and it's honestly, I don't get the isekai thing. Like, I mean, I guess I get it from like I think I get it from like an escapist standpoint. But like, I'm not one of those people that needs a character to be exactly like me for me to like get invested in the story. And a lot of those isekai anime, it's like the main character is just this boring ass, like, sorry, I said it's a bad word. I try to be family friendly. But the, you know, a lot of the isekais are like, oh, this like random man that's not remarkable in any way suddenly gets transported to this like video game world and is like super the chosen one or whatever. And it's like, ah, yes, wish fulfillment. I have not seen Yu Yu Hakusho, and I really want to. Because I love Hunter x Hunter. I love Hunter x Hunter so much. I'm not. I think I'm not caught up on the manga. I don't know how much the manga has updated since I last read it. I don't know if any more of it has come out since then. I have lost track of things. No said to you, it's not actually. Didn't hear the other part. T-Sarge, you're deep in the manga for My Hero Academia or a different one? Gabe loves Dragon Ball Z, never saw Black Clover, but it's on your list. I highly recommend Black Clover. Especially because the last arc is coming out in anime soon. I think the manga might be finished for Black Clover. It just, in my opinion, has one of the best plot twists in, at least in modern anime. And I will not spoil that because I think I'm not one of those people that's super against spoilers. I do not care about spoilers at all, but there are certain things where I'm like, spoiling this will change your experience. And so I won't spoil stuff in that's like that. The girls used to say Dragon Ball sucked because all they did was fight, but they'd literally destroy you in any Dragon Ball game. Being a kid was wild. I didn't have that problem. My brother was always better than me at video games. I hated DBZ, but were just good at the games. I remember the games. Very, very fun games. I have fond memories of the, I think it was, like, Dragon Ball Tekken, and I think it was, like, the second one that I played a lot. Where you kind of, like, played through the story of Dragon Ball Z in, like, fighting game style, which was kind of fun. Isekai are often written in first person, and adapting it requires erasing their thoughts and making them very plain. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I think that's probably why I really didn't like the this is not an anime thing, but they did a live-action adaptation of the Dresden Files, like, back in the early 2000s, I think. And I recently stumbled across it because I've been reading the Dresden Files. And I want to get off this guest. I'm gonna go somewhere where my being reading of things will be productive, which is sitting in the AFK spot for my frog life farm. Where is over this way? And then I will catch up on chat.
Make a circle. No, it's fine. It's fine. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. It bothers me. It bothers me a lot. And that one's still green.
I'm gonna go over here. Okay, up here to the AFK spot, which I can hopefully get to without falling. Okay, sweet. I like to do this so that I can see, because things will spawn, and hopefully my frogs aren't entity cramming. That's something that I learned can happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, maybe there's 10, and one is just under. Oh yeah, there, 10. Sweet. So at least all my pearlescent guys are still there. Alright, do that, get back to here. I was a potato in another life, now I'm a Buff Daddy Dungeon Donkey. Yep, that's a lot of modern isekai naming. Like, I was a deadbeat salaryman, and now I've been transported into a magical world and become the Demon King. Arguably removing their inner thoughts degrades the story, making these novels impossible to adapt as well. No, the wizard one. Black Clover, that one. Yes, Black Clover is very fun. Very good. I read the manga, and it's another one that I'm not fully caught up on the manga. I think the Black Clover manga is I think the Black Clover manga's finished. I might be wrong about that. I know that it was about, like, I think probably halfway through the last arc when I stopped paying for Shonen Jump. Because I at the time had no income, but I could probably start paying for Shonen Jump again because it's only like $3 a month, which is really nice for unlimited access to, like, Shonen Jump's entire catalog. But what I was saying about because this is relating to the isekai anime removing inner thoughts, is the, goodness gracious, my brain, the Dresden Files. They tried to, I think the Sci-Fi Channel tried to make a live action, and the entirety of the Dresden Files series is written in first person from Dresden's perspective. And so a lot of the charm of those books, at least in my opinion, is that Dresden is such a dork and, like, 90% of the time has absolutely no idea what he's doing. And it's great, it's hilarious, but you don't get that in the TV series, so he comes across as, like stone cold, badass action hero man that only wants to, like, kiss ladies and beat up bad guys, and it's like, that's not how he is in the books at all. And probably the entire fan base of the Dresden Files is like, that's not what we that's not what we want out of an adaptation of this novel. We want our bumbling wizard man that's constantly in over his head. T-Sarge says, spoiler, Dumbledore dies and Vader's Luke's dad. Yeah, everyone knows the Vader thing. When I was first reading Harry Potter when I was in middle school, one of my friends saw me in the cafeteria reading, I think it was the second book, and she literally came up to me and, like, screamed in my ear, Snape kills Dumbledore. And I was like, dang. Like, why would you tell me that? But also, like, I don't think that it ruined the experience or anything, because a big part of the shock of Snape killing Dumbledore is, like, why that happened. And, like, the stuff that leads up to it. Because when you're only on book 2, you're like, okay, well, like, that's interesting, but why? Sao, which I'm assuming you're meaning SAO, Sword Art Online, is the worst example of a novel from 2002 being adapted 10 years later and shuffling the whole order of events because it's just one book with side novels. Interesting. I didn't know that. All these squares make a circle. So that one's from Dragon Ball Abridged, right? I watched that. It's a funny. I need to go rewatch it because it's been a while. SAO Season 1 is half good and half trash because they crammed 2 story arcs into 24 episodes. It took them 3 seasons to finally get 50 episodes and good pacing. It is done, assuming Black Clover manga ended like a month ago. Man, I go to Manga Fire for free manga chapters. I do need to stretch. That's probably a good idea. Stretchy, stretchy, stretch. I stopped using a lot of those free manga, like, apps and websites, because a lot of them use fan translations instead of the, like, actual official translations. And, something that may be an unpopular opinion is I do prefer localization personally. Especially when it comes to things like, one of my biggest pet peeves with fan translations of manga is using the Japanese honorifics when the thing is not set in Japan. And it really just got me when, there's a relatively modern manga called Moriarty the Patriot that I just absolutely fell in love with, because in the manga, I started reading the manga first. The author of that manga pays incredible attention to, like, historical accuracy in, like, the details and the character designs and the, like, even down to, like, the interior decoration of the backgrounds is very like, meticulously, like, historical for the British Victorian era. And then in the fan translations, you've got them saying, like, Chan and Kun and Bo-chan and whatever, and I'm like, it's freaking England! It's England! Also profanity for no reason. I haven't come across that. I think the only fan-translated thing that I didn't stop reading after, like, the first couple chapters was, the Adventures of Sinbad manga from the Magi series, if any of y'all are familiar with that. One of my favorite, like, older anime and manga series. The concept is so interesting, and I think it's executed extremely well. Y'all having a good time down there? Making me some lights? Waiting for I probably need to get more powdered snow for this farm. Don't judge me, but my first anime was Kimbo the White Lion. That's fine. I often tell people that my first anime was Dragon Ball Z. But it's also kind of a weird thing to me, because I watched anime before I knew, like, technically what anime was. So, like, whoops, I accidentally exited my game. But yeah, I watched anime before I even really knew what anime was, so technically my first anime would have been Pokemon. But that was just I watched that because it came on Saturday mornings. The first anime that I actually, like, deliberately sought out watching on, like, platforms that might have been less than legal, was Dragon Ball. And I did actually watch the original Dragon Ball before I watched Dragon Ball Z. And then my first anime after I actually knew what anime was Black Butler. Black Butler, and then I also distinguish between the first anime that I watched, my grandma thought I was dating a girl named Anime. Oh, that's funny. That's even, it's funny because it could actually be like a name of a girl. But the first anime that I watched that was not on recommendation from anyone else, because the only reason I watched Black Clover is because it was recommended to me by a friend in middle school. The first anime I watched that I, like, found naturally by myself that wasn't recommended to me by anyone was Soul Eater. And I think that was a good decision. I liked that. I liked that anime a lot, and then, like, Fire Force, which is newer but by the same author, also very good. I have not seen Bleach. I've seen, like, a couple episodes, but I haven't, like, sat down and watched it. Same thing with Naruto. Which I probably should do, just because, you know. But it's one of those things where it's like, thinking that I should do it, and just because I'm like, oh, I like anime. And my first ever anime was three things: Full Metal Alchemist, Soul Eater, and Black Butler. Met the voice actors of Maka and her dad. I did meet Vic Mignogna. I actually dabbled in voice acting myself for a bit, and so I've met a decent amount of voice actors, like, through doing workshops and stuff. So I've met Sonny Strait. I did a workshop with him, who's the voice of Krillin, Maze Hughes. I believe he is Lord Death in Soul Eater. And then I've met Vic Mignogna. I met him at a convention. Who's the Maka's dad. I have not met Maka's voice actress. I have met Chuck Huber, and I did actually find out that he went to high school with my mom, which is funny. He's the voice of Shao Tucker and Stein. And also I think Emperor Pilaf in, like, OG Dragon Ball before the Z. Oh, and Sonny Strait is also the alien in Assassination Classroom, which he cites as his he, at least when we asked him what his favorite role to play was, that was, like, the one that he said was, I forget the name of the guy, of the alien guy that they're trying to assassinate in Assassination Classroom. That was such a good anime. If you have not seen Assassination Classroom, watch it. It's really good. It made me cry. Not that that's hard. I do I do cry quite easily at, like, media. I lost count of how many times Arcane made me cry, and I haven't even watched all of season 2 yet. They're working hard. They're over here working hard for me. Todd Habercorn and Piccolo's voice actor were so nice. I have not met Todd Habercorn. I was supposed to meet Todd Habercorn at the same convention where I met Vic Mignogna. But he had to leave that convention early. So that was sad. I didn't get to meet him. She cried when she saw the arms of Name look at herself. Just got dust in my eyes. I don't cry at commercials. Though I have, so I work at a hardware store, and we have the like, Ballymore electric ladders. And they beep twice when they've been left on for too long. And it's always just been, like, a thought in the back of my mind whenever I hear one of them beeping is to make, like a parody of those, like, sad dog commercials where it's just, like, the beeping, the beeping Ballymore. And it ends with the, like, PSA, please remember to turn your Ballymore off. Okay, let's go down here and grab some of these lights. I'm caught up on chat now. Until I get uncaught up on chat again, because I've been doing things in the thing. They call this magma cream. I can make, I did not empty the dirt from my inventory. Let's get these pearlescent ones. Oh, this way. Pearlescent ones are my favorite because they're purple. Purple's my favorite color. Now, I have had people guess that it's green because I wear a lot of green. I wear a lot of green because it looks good on me. Not necessarily because it's my favorite color. Only met Sonic voice actors and not even the big ones. That's a- Hello, Hoglin. Hello, sir. No, I would prefer you to not be here. Thank you. Goodbye. Ow. Great! Now he can come in here too. No! He won't be able to get me in here. Yeah, stupid. Only met Sonic voice actors. The ones at cons who don't get big lines are often the most open to talking. That doesn't surprise me. You have big lines of people that want to talk to you, then I feel like even the most extroverted person would eventually be disinclined from talking to people. Yeah, I hear you there. I'm not gonna bother to look at you, though. I don't know, where are y'all spawning? Because you can't spawn on the glass. He probably spawned over there. Oh, they can also spawn right here, I think. I'll have to put string on that eventually and do the trick to make the string actually invisible. With bigger actors, they're more inclined to get money out of you if their agent isn't registering signatures. Ah! Is that it? Did you play that? Okay, I'm like, that was a very loud zombie grunt in my ear. Like, that's gotta be a thing, but it didn't pop up immediately, so I was like, oh, maybe it's not. I think I have enough, nope, well, that didn't work. Come hither, Ghast. Ghast, please. Yeah, okay. Gonna do a little bit more terraforming. I think I like the look of it being 1. Sorry, it's okay. Don't be sorry. You're having fun. That's all that matters. I really wish that I could give my happy Ghast a speed potion. That would be great. Yeah, a lot of, I had noticed particularly recently, like, when I first started going to conventions... No, I don't want to do that. When I first started going to conventions, it was basically just stand in line for however long, and you can get an autograph. And then... after, like, 5 years or so of, like, back when I regularly went to conventions, they started being like, oh, if you want a signature, it's gonna be $5. If you want a picture, it's gonna be $10. And I'm like, alright, well, I guess I'm, not bothering to wait in line for this anymore if the waiting doesn't really get me anything other than saying hi to the person. The ones I met, the whole area was empty and the agents still tried it. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Cause like, I kinda get it for people that are, like, sorta high profile. Like people that might have to worry about their safety. But, like, I mean, there could be an argument for anime voice actors having to worry about their safety more than some A-list actors. Just because of the way some anime fans be. I do not consider myself a good builder, so we will see how this ends up looking. Because I think after this, I'm gonna start going straight down. Where I went, they were charging upwards of $20 to $40 in signatures and pictures. Yikes. That is a lot. It's definitely an amount of money that I would not be willing to pay for ink on paper. Ah! Nope, nope, you don't go there. No. Yeah, I mean, if I ever get to the point where I'm, like, signing autographs for anything, I would do, like, whatever is in my power to not have to charge for them. Because I'm like, yo, if you just want me to sign something, I'll freaking sign something. Like, I mean, within reason. Because, there's some weird things that I bet people have been asked to sign. I know because my dad asked Vic Mignogna to sign a slice of American cheese. Like a Kraft Singles American cheese. And he did. We don't still have that cheese slice, because that was back in, like 2014 or something? A while ago. Bringing your own thing to sign isn't cheaper in theory. If you buy a signed art print, it's $100. Oof. Yeah. That's why it's like, I always, like, respect authors who will do, like, pre-order book signings. And particularly when they don't charge, it's basically just as long as you pre-order the book, you get a signed copy. Which is really cool. I think most authors do that nowadays, like, even big ones. But I went to a convention once where, they, like, you literally weren't allowed to have them sign something that you brought. Like, you had to use the, like, whatever thing it was that the convention provided, which was basically just, like, post-it notes from the hotel. I was so confused because I showed up with art I made for the guests I had in mind. I gave them something, and they were generous enough to give me something in return. Most had art for the art guests. I'd get one free item and also purchase one off them to show my appreciation. That's nice. That's something that I like. So, the only convention that I really regularly go to anymore is ReaperCon, which is a miniature painting convention. Wait, I shouldn't be doing this. I'm gonna terraform this side later. Out a little more, probably. Okay, let's hop off. But they will like host like pro painters from at least around the United States, and bring them in to have them teach classes and stuff, which is really cool. And the classes are not super expensive. I mean, they range from like $40 to $60. And I think a lot of that is based on like the kinds of materials needed for the class. Probably partially the kinds of materials needed for the class, and partially the how much they have to pay that painter to get to that convention. Ugh. That's on Labor Day weekend. I go every year. I've gone every year for the last, like, 5 years. But basically, like, D&D miniatures, which is a little funny because I don't actually play D&D, I just paint the minis. But I like the craft of the painting. The mind of the craft. Okay. I think I'm gonna do is grab carrots. Toss them to my villagers so that they breed more, because I think that they've stopped breeding because there aren't any. There's a pig. Whoa, he fast. Okay. I mean, if you want to follow me that bad, bro. Did they increase the range on that? That's wild. I mean, if you want to follow me, bro, go ahead and follow me. I will gladly put you back in your pen. I get carrots to give to my villagers. Ugh. And I do have a bit of a mild headache, so I'll probably give the carrots to my villagers and then end off the stream. It's because I've had just a mild headache for most of the stream, and I think it's from eye strain because I'm not dehydrated and I, like, literally just ate food. So I think it's probably an eye strain headache, which is always annoying, especially when you do very much enjoy doing work on the computer. So I will probably, after I end the stream, pretty much just go to bed. I might lay down and read for a little bit, let my eyes readjust to looking at reality instead of virtual reality. Tokyo Majin was the last show you watched in full. Great show. The last show that I at least intended to watch in full, because my ADHD seemingly prevents me from being able to actually watch anything through to completion from the start. Hello? Sir? Acquire carrots. Yes. Yeah, thanks. Go give those to your friends. Speaking of giving this to friends, I'm gonna make more beds. I don't know why that made me think of that, but whatever. I'm gonna make more beds before I leave. Oh, I probably have a decent amount of wool. Just in here. Whoop. In there? Ah, look at that. Wool. And wool. That can work. Dubbed in 2008, so it's certainly a product of its time. It was dubbed by ADV, and Funimation took the license when they shut their doors. Intriguing. Oh. Oh yeah, I slimified all of my sheep because I didn't think that I was gonna need them for anything, and now I do. Yay! Oh yeah, and now Funimation is owned by, Crunchyroll, which is fun. Yeah, the last anime that I almost watched in full was, Fire Force, which I need to go back and actually finish watching that because I do thoroughly enjoy it. So I do need to go back and finish watching that one. And I guess because a lot of the, like, recent animes that I've watched, like, I technically watched them in full for, like, what there is that exists, because most of them are unfinished. So, like, I watched Moriarty the Patriot, which I don't think the manga is even finished, but I pretty much watched all of it that I intend to watch, because I watched, it starts out as, like, a Sherlock Holmes from Moriarty's perspective, which is very interesting and cool. And then, they do, like, the final problem, which is usually the end point for most, Sherlock Holmes adaptations. And so they do the final problem, and then it, like, then it kind of morphs into being, like, a BL story, almost. And I'm like, I don't think this is what I signed up for. I don't feel like this is what I signed up for. And so I kind of stopped reading it when it got to that point. No, Sherlock X Moriarty. Because Watson is married, like, in the actual canon of Sherlock Holmes. But I also don't really know for sure if it's actually meant to be a BL thing. It's just, it has that feel to it. You know, it might be one of those things like Black Butler where it was intended to be a BL thing, and then their, like, producer was like, well, we can't market that as well as if it's not that. And it just looks like that. Moriarty is, like, the like, Lord of Crime, like, arch nemesis of Sherlock Holmes. In the original and in this adaptation. But I think technically in, like, the actual Sherlock Holmes, there's technically multiple Moriartys in the anime, and I think there's multiple Moriartys in the original Sherlock Holmes, or that was a thing that was invented by the BBC series, and I'm not remembering it correctly, because I have admittedly not read all of the Sherlock Holmes books. I've only read some of them. I'm working on it, but I can't keep my focus and attention on one series for, like, until its completion, unless it's very short. Which is why I haven't finished the Dresden Files yet, because there's, like, I think there's, like, 20-something books in that series now, and it's still not finished. And also Stormlight Archive, because every Stormlight Archive book is, like, could have been 3 separate books. Enemies to lovers would be so unhinged. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much, at least as far as I know right now, like, of what I know of the manga, it's essentially like an enemies to friends thing. Because they kind of, instead of making Moriarty, like, pure evil, they basically gave him, like, a, it's almost kind of Code Geass-y, if you've ever seen Code Geass. it's kind of got that kind of ending where, like, the main quote-unquote villain character that's not really a villain, kind of does the thing where he's like, oh, like, I'm trying to unite the people, but in order to unite the people, I need to give them a common enemy, and so I must become the common enemy, and then, like, let them see me die, and then, like, he tries to actually kill himself, and then he doesn't actually do that, because Sherlock saves his life. Because Sherlock, like, figured out what the scheme was, basically. Which is a very interesting concept, but then it's like they veer off into this thing where, like, Sherlock and Moriarty end up in America and they meet, like, Billy the Kid, and I don't know what goes on after that. It's just like one of those things where, like, it started out as, like, a solid concept and then it got progressively more unhinged. Okay, I do think I like this. I keep flying away and, like, trying to look at it and then getting distracted by, chat, which is fine. I had to adapt The Disappearance of Lady Carfax, and I apparently adapted the worst story in film noir. It made no sense, and I had to make 12 pieces, almost like a puzzle for context clues as a result. It couldn't be linear, oof. So one of my favorite recent mysteries is it's very British, and I think it was based on The Mousetrap by Agatha Christie? I think The Mousetrap is Agatha Christie? Which in turn is, like, the reason that I was so, like, enamored by the concept of this movie is, like, oh, it's a British mystery, but it's, like, an Agatha Christie-style British mystery, but it's also a comedy. So it was a comedy mystery, and it was very funny, and it was based on The Mousetrap, which is also based on, a line from Hamlet. And so I was like, ooh, yes! That hits so many of my aesthetics and my desires out of a piece of media is just like, please give me whimsy. Like, I'm like, I would like whimsy, and I would also like, a cute little mystery. And I would also like references to classical literature. Okay, there are pieces of this that I am not fond of. Hello, sir. Particularly, I think over here, maybe. Yeah, I don't like that. That could be a little bit smoother. Which is why I keep trying to land on this and failing. Well, it's not why I keep failing, but it's why I keep trying to land on that. Yeah, I don't like that, but that's easily fixable. Nope, 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 nope. I have an elytra, but I landed in the water anyway. It's easily fixable because I'm gonna kind of wrap it a little bit. Feels like the proper term for what I'm doing here is wrapping it. And nope. Okay, that, I don't know if that looks better yet. Okay. No. I had like 3 months to draw it all up, and I intentionally had no dialogue, set it up like a pinboard. Oh, that's cool. Love a good pinboard. Love a good pinboard in a mystery. See, I kind of want all this to be green, but I don't know how to do that other than to turn it into moss. Which might just be what I have to do. Okay. think this is also a spot that I'm not too fond of. But what I can do is make it a little thicker. That should help with my thinking it looks a little weird. Okay, let's see if that does help. Film noir in the modern day, adapting a European story. Oh wait. I made Sherlock an Asian woman because why not? They wanted me to pull a twist on it. Film noir in the modern day, adapting a European story. That is something that I do quite enjoy, is when people like adapt things in interesting ways. Cause there's definitely like boring ways to adapt things. And then there are like fun and interesting ways to adapt things. And I mean, I think a good, more recent example is the Amazing Digital Circus, which is, I believe the creator of that has actually come out and said that it is intended to be an adaptation of I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, which is fantastic. It's a short story that I have been wanting to read for a while and just haven't, because sometimes you don't get around to doing things you want to do because you don't have a lot of time on your hands between streaming and work and family. Okay, I think that's cool. And I might cut back the top some more. I think this is the time where I go find my maps again. Ah, my phone died. My phone always dies when I'm monitoring my stream on my phone. Doo-doo-doo-doo. I was pulling strings on the spot. It was a surreal experience, but it just pulled itself together in real time. That's nice. Oops, I accidentally clicked off. The ending wasn't bad, I liked it. Yeah, that's good. That's one thing, is like, I watched the first season of Has Been Hotel, and I liked it. And then the second season of Has Been Hotel came out, and I saw a lot of people saying that it was really bad. And so I was like, I mean, wasn't really super into the concept as much as I was before certain things in my life happened. So I'll put it like that. Okay, I'm glad that guy's out there, but I also kind of don't know why he's out there, because I thought they didn't spawn an iron golem unless they were panicking. Is that all of them? No, it's not. Oh. I kind of grew an interest in adapting public domain stories. Yeah, that's cool. I have a, because I do like to write, and I have not gotten the opportunity too much recently, just because time is a hot commodity. No, I always have too much speed to actually land in the thing. Okay, this should enable me to have a ton more villagers, which is great. Thought it was better than the first season. Yeah, I heard a lot of people say that they didn't think it was as good, but as you know, it's always a matter of opinion. I just decided that it wasn't really for me anymore. Well, the music is still good. Aspen Hotel didn't really appeal to me from the start. I saw the pilot and knew I wasn't on the ride. That's fair. There was something that... There was some sort of something... like, indie animation project that was announced relatively recently that there were a lot of people hyped for, and I was just kind of like, eh? And I like, don't remember what it was. Enough that I completely forgot what it was. Okay, I do want to make a building to-do list, because that's a farming to-do list. Let's make a building to-do list. I'll probably move this sign to here. To-do list. And this can be 1. Dig out hill, which is something that I'll probably do most of off stream. And then 2 will probably be terraform. Well, no. 2 is gonna be finish nether hub. Finish NTHR hub. 3 is start tunnel NTHR floor N ton floor N ton FLOR. Yes, I'll totally remember what that means. And then 4 will probably be to terraform the cliff. No, wait. Yeah. Terraform cliff. And then 5, because I like to break this up so that I'm not working on the exact same project, like, all the time. So 5 is probably gonna be, and portal room. Portal, yes. And portal room. 6. Goodness gracious. Is probably gonna actually be Westwatch. Because what I'm going to probably try to do for the Westwatch Tower is have a, well, and no, this isn't going to be in the tower. It's something I want to do with my nether hub is have the, have there be a portal underneath the portal that I have that'll hopefully bring me to my skeleton spawner. Even though, like, after I have a good XP source, I mean, even my villagers have kind of made my, my skeleton spawner obsolete, except for, like, for bones and stuff. And I probably should do a thing where I put, like, a dripstone spike at the bottom of the thing so that I can just passively acquire bones, because bone blocks are a thing that I'm gonna need for my nether tunnels, because I like how they look. But Westwatch is one of my towers, and then, after I fully build Westwatch, I'd probably want to take a break and do more terraforming, so then I'd probably work on the Terra Alce Elsagra. Yeah, I can't. Elsagra. Sure. I'll know what that means. I'll definitely know what that means in the future. So I'd be terraform the Elsagrante, and then after that, I would probably go back to work on the towers and maybe do Dawncatcher. Alright. I think that's gonna be it for me for the stream, because I'm getting a little tired and yawny, and it's after midnight, and there's a cat! Oh, distractions. Distractions that are distraction-y. I'm gonna do a thing where I go through, like, all of my Minecraft streams and find all of the times that I say I'm gonna stop streaming and then don't. There's 2 cats. And they're the same color cat. And I'm gonna compile those things into a compilation of me saying that I'm gonna end stream and then getting distracted and not doing so. Hello, cat. Oh. Hello. Please love me. No. Please, cat. I want your love and all your lovers' revenge. You and me could write a bad romance. Please. No. The absolute funniest thing about me wanting cats in Minecraft is that I don't actually like cats in real life. I'm not, like, opposed to cats. They're not my favorite. Of, like, if I could have any pet, if I could rank, like, all of the, like, pets that you can own, like, that are, like, legal to keep, cats would be, like, one of the last things on my list. Probably the last thing on my list, because, like, I would be more okay with owning an alligator than a cat. With all the danger that could entail. Hello, True Gamer. Welcome to the stream. Sorry, I'm actually ending it off soon. Actually, probably right now, because I came to find fish. And I probably don't actually have any fish. They might be in here. Oh, I have 5! Yes, let's see. Let's hope the 5 is enough. Wanted a pet pig as a kid. Pigs are adorable. Like, pigs are actually freaking adorable. The hardware store that I work at, one of our, like, flooring brochures has a pig and a tutu on it. And it's so freaking cute. Okay. Love me, cat. You were a variety that I do not yet have. No. I want you to love me. Oh? Come hither? No. Okay, well, I guess I'll run you into the water then. Because then you can't get away from me. Yeah. Go in the water. There we go. Now you love me. I don't want to feed you more of those, though. Hello, the archive. It is better than a cat, though. The fact you want an alligator as a pet is crazy. I didn't say I want an alligator as a pet, necessarily. I said that I would prefer to have an alligator over, like, if the choice was to have an alligator or a cat, I would probably pick the alligator. Although there are probably some stipulations to that, like if the choice is if you... Because if it was just, would you rather have an alligator or have a cat, I would actually probably pick the cat. But if there is a stipulation of the expenses required for either one would be met, that would be provided for you and you would not have to pay the expenses required to keep that pet, then I would pick the alligator. Mainly just because, like, you can't keep an alligator in an apartment. But alligators are adorable. My definition of cute is weird. I know. But I think alligators are adorable. They're basically just scaly puppy dogs that could kill you if you don't feed them. But, you know, dogs can do that too. There are significantly more dog attacks every year than there are alligator attacks every year. But there are also a lot more people that own dogs. Hi, why are you looking at me? Why? It's like I walk up to a villager and they like immediately look at me. Oh, I need to jump down here. Okay. Classmate of yours had a dragon, like a bearded dragon. Because there are several different lizards that are commonly referred to as dragon. But I am assuming you mean a bearded dragon. Because there are also Chinese water dragons, which is an actual, like, variety of lizard. But I think they're technically a monitor lizard, even though they do not have the monitor moniker. Likely not a Komodo dragon, yes. But there are a lot of lizards that have the name dragon. If it was just a squirt little guy that kind of looked like a scaly pancake, then it was probably a bearded dragon. I want a bearded dragon, but I do not have a tank that is big enough. I'm going to, when I actually get the tanks like cleaned up and set up, I'm gonna get a crested gecko and probably a leopard gecko. Because that is what the tanks I have space for. But probably not gonna end up getting them for some time. So, yeah, I'm actually gonna call it a stream. I am gonna have to take a little bit to actually get to my raiding situation. If any of y'all have any suggestions of who to raid, please do. Actually, I'll probably raid... Oh, no, Griffin just went offline after I was about to say, oh, I might raid Griffin, but I literally just, saw him go offline. Let's see. I want to go to my stream manager. Hello. I haven't done this from my computer in a long time. He was long, like really big, bigger than a baby. She had him over her shoulder. That might not have... Did she call it a dragon? Because that might have been an iguana. Because iguanas are really big. Bearded dragons don't... And, like, they'll sit on your shoulder, but they're not, like, bigger than your shoulder. I think bearded dragons can get, like, 1.5 feet from head to tail. From like the tip of their snout to the tip of their tail. Okay, raid channel. Let's see. Same category. Let's send y'all to the Silver Mullet. I've raided him at least once before, and he like literally just started streaming, so he should entertain y'all for quite a bit longer. Alright, let's go. Got 10 seconds. She called it a dragon. That might have been a Chinese water dragon then, if it was, like, really big. Alright, we're ready to raid. Y'all have a flip-fantastic day, and thanks for tuning in.